Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going? So, where we're going to talk about today is the top 5 wall trap heroes that, in my opinion, are the best ones to have on your walls. So, let's get right into it. So, here's my opinion, all right? I personally feel that you ought to go with the Bombing Goblin trio. Basically, the idea being you want to buff up that trap HP and you want to buff up that trap defense. And then give your trap attack just a tad bit of attack, but not enough that it's terribly OP. Now, why do I feel that this is by far the best set of heroes for wall trapping? Well, for the most part, this gives you kind of a really even but fairly decent setup that frankly gives you the army attack that you need, but it also gives you the actual stats needed for the traps so that they do and perform as well as they need to be. Now, obviously, when it comes to wall trapping, as you guys probably all have at least heard anyway, you probably know up to this point that there are two particular wall defense heroes in the game. Now, of course, if you guys didn't already know, Shade, being one of them, happens to have wall defense up by 60% and trap building speed by 40. Of course, if you didn't already know, while yes, you might have Shade, but there is also Night Raven. Night Raven having another 60% added to the wall defense. Now, what exactly do I know from this point forward as far as heroes are concerned? Well, to make it really plain, to the point, all right, when it comes to wall trapping heroes, there's actually only a select few. Those being Death Archer, Black Crow, Snow Queen. Interestingly enough, even Sage of Storms happens to have some trap attack. Obviously Shade and Night Raven are wall defense, and in the case of Shade, he's his trap building speed. Child of Light is as you can tell, is trap max HP. All right. Who else exactly could we possibly have? Well, obviously Bombing Goblin with another 75% to the trap HP and another 30% to trap attack. But whom else in this list potentially has more? Well, Soul Forger actually has trap defense up by 75. But those are all at legendary. Now that's important because obviously, having different tiers of these heroes is going to have different results. So for those of you out there that are kind of just starting out and you're just now starting to wall trap, let me just have you a word of caution. You're going to more than likely find yourself in a situation that trap attack may become more valuable. In that situation, you're going to want to focus predominantly on your trap attack heroes, those being Black Crow, Sage of Storms, Death Archer. Of course, you have your Bombing Goblin, and of course, as far as heroes are concerned, at that point, you're basically looking at quite a bit. At that point, I recommend you probably add a Child of Light just to get yourself some HP in there so that you're going pretty high on attack, but simultaneously high on HP, if you really want a solution that's worthwhile. Now, of course, as you guys have probably all heard, I did, in fact, actually defend against somebody this morning. And it was pretty interesting because obviously, you don't wake up to this every day, but I essentially woke up to F1 Ferrari. Mind you, this guy is about 2.7 billion might, is in full gold champ gear, has an 11k hero, all right? He's level 60, all right? He's the maximum of the maximum. And yet I wake up to this, and I'm just like, what exactly did I wake up to? Like, what is this? Right? You're probably wondering, well, let's go ahead and watch it, right? Because, what exactly is this mystery about walls that is throwing everybody off? Mind you, you notice that I do not have an army back there, okay? And yet this wall does not fall, and it's doing just fine. It's not having any problems taking this at all. And you're probably thinking, what is going on here? Okay, these are all tier 3 troops here that he sent. So no wonder, right? You're probably thinking, well, remember, okay, if this was anybody else, that wall would have fell in an instant, all right? And this just goes to show that, when you have your wall well built, no tier 3 player, for the most part, can really break through it. I mean, it frankly will deter a tier 3 player quite easily. And so the 35,000 dead here, you can see, are in fact tier 2s And it's nothing really all that expensive. Obviously, you know, it sucks, but it's not terrible. But the second attack, I'll let you just go ahead and observe. Obviously, the same kind of logic, same kind of thing, but as you can tell, the wall drops down substantially faster, but it doesn't drop immediately. Now, this is important to recognize, all right, because you can see here, even without any heroes, not even I don't even have my leader back there, okay? And that wall isn't coming down without a fight, all right? And this is somebody that is in full, complete, utter maximum of the maximum stats here, okay? That's not one, but two 11k heroes that you see there. And it goes to show, okay, that really, even in this circumstance, all right, even though I had 700,000 wall HP there, okay, that is not one, but three 11k heroes, and even that still took a little bit of losses, and that was for some of my traps, you know. I mean, that's not as bad, but you look at that, and I tell you what, guys, when you look at this and you take a good glance at that, imagine the damage if I had been on top of that wall with my leader, with boosts, with the traps all set out and ready to go, and the wall HP completely buffed out, with a 700 or so % wall defense. All right, because look, if I can do it, anyone can. All right. Having that said, though, now you got at least a peek into the wall trapping a little bit. Now you guys have at least a better idea of it. But again, that's just my 2 cents on wall trapping heroes in the game. I hope you guys found this video enjoyable. And if you have your favorite set of wall trapping heroes, feel free to say so in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys next time.